Welcome back. Since its founding in the late 1800s, the Milwaukee Art Museum has been a staple of history and culture in our city.
And tonight in our Behind the Scenes series, Jenna Wells shows us where many working hands keeps its legacy alive and thriving.
Locals and tourists know and love the iconic Milwaukee Art Museum, but much of the work behind the scenes actually happens here at the Milwaukee Art Museum Research Center.
We are the hub for research and deeper understanding of the art collection at the museum.
Hundreds of years of Milwaukee Art Museum archives live inside the historic Downer Mansion on Prospect Avenue.
It's this beautiful mansion from 1874, and it allows us to have a really fantastic place to welcome researchers.
Before 2016, everything was kept in the museum's main building. But now, archivists like Anthony Morgano and Frank Foss use this separate space to keep museum records.
We have items in the archives that go all the way back toward our founding in the 1880s. We have press clippings back to that period of time as well. The Art Research Library itself was founded in 1916, so some of those books go back as far as that.
One of the first rooms is a haven for history.
Here we have housed our Art Research Library, the George Peckham Miller Art Research Library, which is about 35,000 volumes, spanning all topics of art history, but really focusing in on the artists and art movements that are most prevalent in our collection. The shelving is on a rolling system, which allows us to store as many books as humanly possible.
Museum curators use the library on almost a daily basis.
When a curator is developing an exhibition, they're going to want to learn as much as possible about all the artists that are going to be represented in that exhibition.
It's also a resource for students and community members.
It's really a way to dig deeper into the experience you have at the museum. If you go and you see a work of art or an artist and you want to know more, we're the place to come to.
And it's a lot more than just books.
So this is our artist files room. There are over 3,000 files that represent artists in our collection.
Archivists collect and organize anything that can enhance research.
It's a lot of unearthing, and so that's unearthing and bringing the stories to light.
Out of the museum's 200 employees, volunteers are another important piece, working at the research center to log information.
They're the people who are scanning articles and entering metadata so that when you're searching for something by somebody's name or a particular subject, you're able to pull up everything that you need.
And it's a labor of love for everyone in the museum, and we each have our individual piece in that. And without one piece of it, it wouldn't work.
The center is the museum's index, out of the spotlight, but crucial to its success.
We see the art and we interact with it from that perspective, but there's all this intellectual work that goes into it. So for every item you see on this table, we are painstakingly cataloging it,
giving protection and honor to each story told.
So there's a lot of people who really care about this work and are working behind the scenes diligently and quietly. No one ever knows.
In Milwaukee, Jenna Wells, CBS 58 News.
Okay, I drive by that building every day
really?
and didn't know that that was exactly what it was used for.
Right.
So that was such an interesting look at, how they keep track of everything. And
Yeah.
That's cool.
You would think it's all in the museum, right? It's a gigantic building. It's one of the most famous pieces of architecture in our city. And lo and behold, they need another building because there's so much cool stuff. So yeah, it's what behind the scenes is all about, right?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, and next week we are going behind the scenes at the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. That'll be next Wednesday, right here on the CBS 58 News at 10 o'clock.